Hello, Don here. Welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. I'm going to go over my one-page report. This is for November 2025. So the goal of this report is to go over the things I was working on in October, show you the progress, that's what's been working for the clinic, the kind of the good things that have been happening, and some of the struggles that we had. So my focus in October was to set up a new automation to dominate local search. This is something that I was working on, and I'll kind of explain how it has been kind of coming together. I want to make my first video with higher quality to deliver to patients to the office. So we did this. We have an outsourced company. I've been trying to hire different companies, and we did this. And I want to use my urgent care postcards as marketing to shoe stores. Now, this I tried to delegate to one of my staff members, and it kind of worked, kind of didn't work, but I'm using these. These postcards are given out to every single patient in the office. So my billings for 2025, I'm going to show you, I've learned how to make some of these reports within ModMed, and I thought it's a little bit easier just for me to show them. So if you're listening to this on the podcast, you can go to the YouTube Podiatry Practice Mastery and watch the video. So let me go in here and just show you some of the analytics here. This is the way we do it for ModMed. I'm just showing you mine. I'm not going to show you my whole practice. But this is really cosmetic versus non-cosmetic visits. What's the difference? Well, the total visits, non-cosmetic are 257 and cosmetic are about 101. What does cosmetic mean? Cosmetic means Shockwave, self-pay foot care, custom orthotics, Swift, Cariflex, and then laser. So if you look at the percentage, Shockwave by far is the most. There were 63 patients that I saw during the last 30 days. Self-pay foot care, custom orthotics were 12. I would love to have this. And so in terms of value or profit, Shockwave was the most. I would love to get orthotics up there because for doing a lot less of them, they produce a lot more. And then Swift brought in a little bit as well. So those are kind of the numbers that way. Here are the numbers as we're looking, as we're starting, we started using ModMed, I think it was in April or May, and you can see kind of the numbers. So the main number is to look at not charges, but what payments were. So payments are only in this blue mark. So this last month it was 95. The month before it was 120. The month before it was 93. So to get to the $1 million mark, you want to be over 80. So that's my goal, is to kind of be over 80. And so you can kind of see these types of treatments. And it has patient encounters that were unique in the encounter total. That just means, like, let's say a Shockwave I see 6 times. So within a month, you do 4 of those. So that's why there's multiple encounters. And then the unique encounters would probably be just first time or new patients and things like that. And you can see certainly that my Worcester office has much more patients than my Westboro office. The numbers, because it's more of an established practice in West Worcester than it is in Westboro. Okay, so those are those two numbers. So let's go now on to some of the other updates. We've been working on our ads, and I want to show you how we work on this. This is some of the copy that we've been using for our ads. So what's happening is we're doing little video ads. So I recorded these on Submagic. So these little things here, I put them in a transcription. So I have a tool on my phone. It's called Transcription. It's an app. And then I can just look at the videos and I can record it. So I recorded these, and they're going to be using these for the YouTube. They're making these and putting these as the ads, kind of pushing people to get a visit from an urgent care. So here are those. And so what happens is my team sends this to me. I record the video in Submagic, and they put the subtitles on there, and they put it on Google. So that's just kind of how that works. I'm doing more longs. That means long videos, and recording it at home. I made a little studio. I got a little green backdrop and some professional um, uh, lights. And the funny thing is my boy came home the other day, and he said, and his teacher asked what I did, and he thought I was a YouTuber. I'm really not a YouTuber. I'm really a podiatrist, but I do have a little studio in the basement. I'm making more longs, but what I don't like about my outsourced company is I don't like the B-rolls. B-rolls are like the short little videos in between. So like some of them are a little hokey. So as you look into Podiatry Practice Mastery, if you see things online, look at some of these videos. I'm doing them both for my practice and also for Podiatry Practice Mastery. So if you want to look at some of the videos that I've been doing, you can go to my YouTube, and here are some of them. So the ones that have been done professionally are like these ones with the green screen, which are the backdrop. So here's one right here. And then here's another one right here. And They're gonna have like videos and movement. Now, the one thing I'm kind of impressed with is I don't have any shorts that are above 1,000. Like here's one like has 1,000 just from the one that they professionally did, whereas my typical ones are like 37, 28, 51. So not that many. The ones that they're kind of orchestrating have many more, so like 800. So the ones that are done better quality get better results. So that's kind of what I found. I have some that have a little bit more results, but it's working better. I can just see making a better quality video makes it better all around. So that just kind of what I've learned. So having one professionally kind of scripted gets me better results. Okay. You can see the same thing on TikTok. I'm kind of new to TikTok, but the professional ones have these are, I don't know, one, but these are the ones that they do. They do like um, more professional videos you can see here. These are the other ones that I do. It takes the same ones I put on YouTube and puts them here, but they've had more views. Nothing has really exploded on TikTok, but I'm still playing around. I have some that are kind of good on TikTok, like 3,000 views. I'm still learning how to play on TikTok. Okay. So that's what I've been doing. I've been offering lately. You kind of know my offer for Shockwave is 6 sessions, so it's 1,500. I'm trying to include orthotics now. So what I'm doing is I'm doing, oh, it's gonna be 1,500. I just say 2,000 now. So it's gonna be 2,000, which means we're gonna use the Shockwave to get rid of your pain, and we're gonna use the orthotics to help it not come back. So I'm kind of combining both of those. That's something that I'm offering. Also, if patients, when I'm talking about orthotics, aren't wanting the custom orthotics, I'm saying, hey, I have an over-the-counter pair. We use Northwest. They have a carbon fiber pair that I think is better than a lot of the over-the-counter one. It's about $60. So I'm starting to downsell those. So what I've learned from all these other things, you have to have something that's kind of a high ticket. And then if they don't want that, you have to have a kind of a lower ticket item. The idea of reducing patient churn by focusing on referral sources. This is something I got from a book, but it's basically if your patients give you referrals, they can only refer one or two people. And I think it's important to capture that. But having good referral sources like urgent care, primary care, other types of things like that, that would reduce our patient churn. Or referral source could also be Google, like do a Google ads. So I've been working on this. I've been also working on asking my patients, every patient, on how to get if they would give me a referral, and I'll explain how I do that in a little bit. I'm also asking why patients didn't decide to do something because that's really helping me. So if they decide not to do Shockwave, I might ask them, well, why did you decide not to do it? Or why did you decide not to do orthotics? And so I can get better at explaining those questions because usually it has to do with money. That's normally, or they don't believe in it. They don't believe in it. So that's my fault if they don't believe in it. Another thing I was working on is I've started to do more FAQ, like frequently asked questions. So I made one of these for orthotics. So you can see here, these are on my treatment sheets. So I have a FAQ for orthotics, and then we can put these in the treatment room. So as I'm talking about orthotics, many times patients have questions, so I can give these FAQ. It's a laminated page that I do. I have these for Shockwave, I have these for Swift, I have these for orthotics now. And I did that via ChatGPT, and I was practicing those. So another idea was be sending a video sales letter or video sales link when scheduling an appointment. So this is something I've been working on. I haven't edited the video yet, but basically making a video about what their experience should be in the office with me. And so every patient that comes in, they're going to watch one of those video sales letters before. The other thing I was working on as well, and I've been using ChatGPT a lot, GPT a lot. So if you should get this in your email. If you don't, you can ask me for it. But here is something I put in like the customer journey, like before, during, and after, and what we can do to kind of wow the patients. So before, during, and after, different wow ideas. So I'm not going to read through these, but this is something I've been kind of working on, and you can do that very easily with ChatGPT. Um, we're doing well with outsourced marketing team. We have an outsourced marketing team that is substantially less because it's offshore. If you guys are interested, let me know. I was going to show people how that works. Actually, I'm going to show you a little bit here more. This is what they give me. This is Google Business Profile. They have this little checklist, action items for both of my offices and kind of what they're doing. Photos, Q&A section. This is the Google Business Description, and it has approval. There's different posts that they're posting on the Google Business, what day of the week, what things that they're posting, how they're kind of trying to move product. Urgent care, different Google Business talking about different types of things in their urgent care, different types of things. So they're really, really organized. And then FAQ for Google Business. So they're putting all these things on our Google Business page. So that's been the outsourced person. It's been really working well for us in our office. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was this Swell, and Swell is what we're using for online reviews. And so here are the reviews. It shows the reviews. You can instantly reply to them. And it's kind of cool with Swell. When you hit reply, you can do a generate an automated response. So it kind of puts it in there and you can post that response. That's kind of a neat thing. You can see with our insights, with our practice, we had a little lull here. This is when we switched EMRs. It went really, really low. We had billing issues, but it's kind of gotten better since then. This is an example of the messages, and they can say stop as well if they don't want emails coming to them. Here are the actual reviews, and here, what was the other thing I wanted to show you? I wanted to show not just the reviews, I wanted to show how many we're getting. Oh, here it is. So you can look at how many reviews per month. So we had Swell in the past, and then we went away from Swell. And I want to show you. So if you look at 2025, which is the black, so the black was high in January, February, March, April, and then we got rid of it and it went down. See that? It went down in May, June, July, August, and now it's back up in October. And that's because we were using, sorry about this ModMed, but we were using the ModMed Clara system and it had too many steps to it. So we went back to Swell and our numbers went up significantly, up to 73. In previous years, we had used Swell or we had used Patient Pop. And so you can see how many reviews we had in the past by that number and how it just drops significantly. That's why we needed to switch. So it's good to measure something because that way you can see if it's working or not. Here's the number of reviews we've received, updated reviews, new reviews, our review score. So you can see it all went down and then it was up higher before. So this is something that's really important to keep an eye of for your practice. Now we're doing these eventually now for all the doctors. So these are our 2 office reviews. So we have 2 locations, but now we're going to be working on getting one for each individual doctor. So you have the office reviews, and then we have each individual doctor review. So that's what we've been working on. So that's kind of been what's been going on. My focus for 2025, the next one. Actually, I'm doing a new article about online reviews. Sorry, I didn't quite finish this before I recorded it because I want to get home. But I want to set up that review automation, and I also want to work with some people. This is something I put on here. I want to meet with and show you 7 ways to leverage to earn more money opportunities for your clinic within 30 days. This is something I did with one other doctor. I put it on the podcast, but if you want to meet with me, shoot me an email, don@podiatrypracticemastery.com. I will meet with you. And I will give you 7 different ideas that you can implement in the next 30 days, all for free, just because I want to help. If this is helping, I think getting some specific answers to your specific questions can help even more. Okay. Once again, I hope you guys found this beneficial for your practice. I try to give out a lot of helpful information, and we will talk to you next time. Okay. You guys have a nice night.